Good evening, I'm Bo Williams and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. Topping the list for us, one person is dead following a house fire in the 400 block of Bays Mountain Road. This is in Seymour. Investigators still working to figure out exactly what caused the fire and how the person inside died. Now, this was the scene this morning as the Seymour Fire Department and Knox County Sheriff's Office responded to the call of flames coming from the home. When the fire was extinguished, one person was found dead. Jerry Glenn, the fire investigator for KCSO, says the house was very cluttered with lots of debris, and that made it challenging to get access to the fire. Glenn shared he did not see a working smoke alarm inside the home. Now, 6 News spoke with Gertrude Showers, who lives about 4 houses down. She says she and her husband woke up to the sirens and the lights. Showers shares that she did not know how to process something like that happening to a beloved neighbor.
I see that the house was totally engulfed because flames were shooting in the sky. And I rushed back in and I go, oh my gosh, one of our neighbors, their houses are on fire. I go, we gotta go down there. We gotta try to see if there's anything that we could help with.
Now, the victim was taken to the Knox County Regional Forensic Center for an autopsy. Their identity has not yet been released. Next on the 7 for you tonight, a Granger County School Board member and substitute teacher has now been arraigned on 2 counts of aggravated statutory rape. As we reported, the charges against Stephen Blanken stem from a report made by a parent last month alleging a possible inappropriate relationship between their child and Blanken. Granger County Schools has since said steps have been taken to ensure Blanken cannot serve as a substitute teacher in the district while the case moves through the criminal justice system. Granger County's Director of Schools also sent a letter to the District Attorney General's office asking the DA to begin the process of removing Blanken from the school board if he is found guilty. Now, Blanken was released from jail earlier this month after posting a $20,000 bond. He is due back in court on April 2nd. Continuing our Big 7 list for you, tonight a woman is charged with attempted murder after Knoxville police say another woman was stabbed more than once. KPD says this happened a little before 1 at the 5 Points apartment complex. Police say the victim told them that Michelle Martin confronted her, grabbing a knife, chasing her, and then stabbing her. Police note the victim was stabbed in the back. Now, we're told she was taken to UT Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. And wrapping up our Big 7 list for you, in the largest land transfer in Oak Ridge to date, according to the U.S. Department of Energy, the DOE has transferred more than 700 acres to the city to support economic development and energy innovation. The land, located off of Oak Ridge Highway, is already set to be home for 2 nuclear energy companies who have announced plans to invest $6.7 billion at the sites and create over 1,000 jobs. Near the East Tennessee Technology Park, Orano USA, as we have told you, announced plans to build a uranium enrichment facility at the site known as Project Ike, one of the largest investments in Tennessee history, according to the DOE. Also in that area, Oklo Incorporated announced its preferred site for the first privately funded commercial advanced nuclear fuel recycling facility. And the city of Oak Ridge says this kind of development in the area will boost the local economy.
This is supposed to bring a little over 1,000 jobs to the area, but also it's really just, showing that Oak Ridge is the hub of the nuclear renaissance and the innovation that comes with that. We started here with the Manhattan Project, and now all these years later, we're continuing the mission as the future of energy.
Now, this was all made possible by the DOE's Oak Ridge Office of Environmental Management and United Cleanup Oak Ridge, who demolished and removed more than 500 facilities to make room for this growth. To date, it has transferred over 2,000 acres, and more than 25 businesses, such as List Technologies and Kairos Power, have announced plans now to build in that area. We are your local election headquarters, and the race for Tennessee governor has now firmed up, with the state putting out its final list of qualifying candidates. Notably absent, though, from the list is NASA astronaut and University of Tennessee alum Barry Butch Wilmore. Last week, we reported that Wilmore picked up a petition to run for governor on the Republican ticket. However, his name is missing from the final list of candidates who filed petitions. It is unclear how Wilmore would have matched up against other Republicans during the primary. Recent polling continues to show Senator Marsha Blackburn is the clear frontrunner on the Republican ticket. And a reminder, Governor Lee is term limited and is not seeking re-election. Now, the race for Tennessee governor will appear on the August 6th ballot. The winners of the Republican and Democratic primaries will then move on to the November election. Well, tonight the Federal Emergency Management Agency is expanding public assistance eligibility to more Tennessee counties impacted by storms that struck East Tennessee this winter. You know, these grants support applicants, including local governments and some private nonprofits, giving them money to support emergency response, debris removal, and repair and restoration of public infrastructure. Some of the counties listed in the new announcement include Morgan County, Roane, as well as Union counties. The deadline to submit a request for public assistance is March 25th, and you can submit requests through FEMA's grant portal. And for more information on the counties eligible, you can see this story on our website at WATE.com. On your side with a scam alert, tonight the Highway Patrol warning everyone about a new phone scam making the rounds. THP says scammers will send text messages saying you have an unpaid traffic ticket. Scammers also threaten your driving privileges if you don't pay up. Don't fall for it. THP stresses these text messages are indeed fake. If you receive a scam like this, THP says you can report it online to the Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov.